I want to talk about this thing called control. And there are many people that have egos and have control issues. Those that have somewhat of a little bit of power, those that have a little bit of leeway with the community, and it feels that they have somewhat of some type of control, and that they feel that they can manipulate or persuade you to follow them as if you are a sheep or a lamb. Well, there is one lamb slash lion that do not follow anyone. And I beg to differ of believing that someone would be a friend, but yet turn around and you let them know that you only follow what the Holy Spirit has been showing you. And they proceed to say or don't say just more or less like short conversations, like basically one word conversation. And you can see it, you can read it, you can see the what is it called? You can see the chauvinistic or someone who has to have control over the situation. Because if they can't control someone that in their mind and what they believe that this person is really good at what they do. So if they cannot control it how they want to see fit, or if this person do not see what they see, but all of us have a journey and how we have came to where we are. And some of us doesn't come so far to be told something different from what we have already experienced and been shown. I say what is not broken is nothing to be fixed. We can all learn from others, but when you give a say of, I'm sorry, but I believe this or I believe that, and this is what's been shown to me, this is what I've been following, this is what's been told to me, and it has worked ever since. But seeming that whenever you go against the Holy Spirit, you always seem to wind up in trouble. You always seem to wind up in a bad situation, and it winds up not being like what you expect, and it's always um, when you don't listen. So you have to listen to what the Holy Spirit says. So if you don't, that can be your end. That can definitely be your end. And at that point, you don't want it like that. You want to um, abide by the Holy Spirit because that's the being that's been leading you the entire time. But if you have someone that's trying to get you, sway you to take a different type of direction, and you know this is not the direction that you are supposed to go, but yet you see this person have an ego problem, and this person needs to have an ego death because when you say, thank you for the information, but this is what the Holy Spirit's been showing me, and it has been working thus far. And the Holy Spirit has not led me astray, has always led me in the right way, the right path, and as an upright walking being instead of walking on all fours. When you begin to get people around you that seems to feel that they know more than you do, or feel that they can advise you and you would take the advice and run with it, something's wrong with that picture. You really need to see if what is being spoken to you, it fits for you. If it does not fit for you, it does not fit for you. It fits for them. Whatever works for whomever, it is for them and them alone. Not your experiences can work for everyone. Your experiences are your own experiences, and what you see, what you experience, and what you have been through is what you have been through. Your karmics, your entire existence is what you have been through. So this is what you're accustomed to, and this is what you should follow. If the Holy Spirit tell you to do something and it's been working for you, then you follow it. If it hasn't been working for you, then you find a different alternative or a different route. But I would not suggest going against the Holy Spirit, because you would only wind up in anguish. You would only wind up in mistakes and creating more karma than what's really needed. So I proceed to tell someone that, you know, what's been working for me for the Holy Spirit. And this person, mind you, does not know my story, does not know what's happened since this person last saw me. This person has no idea, but I'm imagining this is one of the persons who clicked off, who unsubscribed to me, subscribed to me at first, but then they unsubscribed to me because they didn't like what they were hearing or seeing. Now, I'm not a goat. I'm not a sheep. I am a lion and a lamb. So therefore, I am the one. And it is not to be boastful. It is not to be bragful. It is not to be in my ego. It is just what it is. Because it has been proven to me, it has been told to me by the Holy Spirit, and no one's going to tell me differently. Now, so far as someone trying to tell me something about, I can take the information, I can listen, I can look at it, and if it does not fit for me, if the Holy Spirit is showing me the way the whole time, and this person has not been there, has not been around, and I have not seen them in years, and then they come around and they say, well, this and this and that, and don't you, and basically, I didn't agree, and I didn't agree, and I didn't disagree. I just said that, the Holy Spirit's been guiding me this long. I mean, I haven't been led astray. And I started getting one answered questions, like one answered questions, but just one word response, so to speak. And at this point, I see that this person is in their ego, and they are now being shallow, as if I cannot see what's really going on, because I can. I'm not a being to be controlled, or being to be as a puppet, or some being, if you decide to give a job, or if you decide to work with them, that you will threaten and snatch a job away. That's not how I work. Hence, this is the reason why I deleted my um, bio and everything else that I have sent this person, because I see the one word response, and it's not a conversation as it was in the beginning. It really just literally turned to one word. So it's, this person says that he had to keep his ego in check, but unfortunately it's not, because this being is not listening, and this being is not really understanding what I've been through and all the things I've seen since he last saw me. I've been through a hell of a lot. Well, before the last time he saw me, I went through a lot of stuff. But he doesn't understand what the Holy Spirit has shown me. that's okay. I can deal with that. I can accept that. I can go with that. But I'm not going to be corralled like some sheep because I'm not to be controlled. I'm not to be told, well, you should follow this or follow that. No, that's not how that works. I'm led by the Holy Spirit and the Holy Spirit only. Other than that, no. I don't care what job you have or what you are peddling or what you're doing or what you're promoting. If it's not right for me, it's not right for me. And from what I'm seeing, it's not right for me because this person is not in the right headspace and they are someone that seems to be maybe probably a bully. I'm not sure. I was asked to do some things to someone, this in particular person, and I refused because this person wanted to remove someone away from them. And this was around 2018 or so. And I just don't use my gifts for that. That's not what this is about. And this person wanted me to see about bringing harm to someone in a magical aspect, and that's not what the Holy Spirit has me doing. If you're a person that are out here that is using your gifts to do harm to others, assume those gifts to be taken, because they will. They will be taken. I've told my ex-false flame, I said, you're walking a fine line in doing what you're doing. There's no gray area. There is a fine line. And if you cross that fine line of messing with the universal laws, then bad things are going to happen. And whenever things happen with me, bad things happen to people. Bad things. And when I'm no longer in their presence, things really get messed up. I am simply here as a test. And many people have failed those tests. Many have failed. So I'm not to be controlled. I don't care who it is or who you are. You're not to put any restrictions or put any hold on me. Not going to happen. Not going to work. So I'm going to leave this here. I've said what I had to say. Came to the conclusion that this relationship, it won't work for me. Not when it comes to business. Because when someone is stuck in their ego, it's not good. When someone has a problem with controlling a narrative or controlling a situation, that's not good either. You let the cards lay wherever they may lay. You let the dominoes fall wherever they may fall. If you hit blackjack, then you're definitely back. But other than that, control is never a good thing. We are not in control. And that's one thing a lot of people fail to realize, that we are not in control. When you feel like that you're in control of everything, you're sadly mistaken. Because there's a being that is all around you, up above you. You're not in control. No one's in control but the Holy Spirit. So I'm going to leave this here. I would say learn to forgive and let live. and let go. Love each other like you love yourselves. This is the one